If you want to skip the store-bought decorations, you can personalize your home with items that you make yourself. There is a fun, self-sufficient, and easy-to-do DIY project for every room in your home. When it comes to DIY decorating, you may get the feeling that there's no limit to what you can do, but you must be careful or your home will turn out looking cheap and stale. We've rounded up some of the most common mistakes you should avoid in your next DIY home improvement project. If you want tips, tricks, and home design inspiration, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and click on the bell icon so you get notified every time we publish a new video. By the way, if you want a chance to win a brand new iPhone, all you have to do is subscribe to our channel. Yes, that's it. Just subscribe to the HomeSpark channel to enter the iPhone giveaway. From all of us here at HomeSpark, good luck in this contest, and thank you for subscribing and showing us some love.
Number 10.
Painting your walls the wrong way. Painting your wall is an easy way to freshen up your space, giving it an inviting vibe and transforming the look of the room without adding clutter. Accent walls are a great way of making your room look much more put together and modern. There's an endless list of painting techniques that will fit your aesthetics. When painting their walls, people make one of the most common mistakes. They take the roller up and down vertically, but instead, they should paint in a V or W shape. When you do it the wrong way, your wall will show painting lines and the paint will be thicker on places where the paint overlapped. It's a simple trick to follow to ensure crisply painted walls. Take into consideration that different paint colors and even the different hues of the same color will ultimately give you different effects. If used correctly, colors can create amazing effects. Darker colors and warmer colors tend to advance. They give the appearance of moving towards us. Use this concept if you want to achieve a smaller looking space. By painting your walls, you can change the shape of the space, draw attention to focal points, and even hide some of the not so attractive features. Different paint colors and even different shades of the same color will give you different effects. Lighter colors tend to recede, and they appear farther away. Light and cool colors are used to make a room look bigger. You can add spaciousness with a lighter ceiling. If you can't decide, always keep in mind that less is more.
Number 9.
Taking the wrong measurements. Furniture completes your living space. Not taking the right measurements is surely a recipe for disaster. It usually results in a whole project getting ruined and you getting frustrated. Scale is an elementary concept when it comes to interior designing and decoration. If you don't measure before you go to the store, you're probably destined to make a mistake. It's difficult to estimate how big or small something really is when you're in a furniture store showroom. Always double-check the measurements of the objects you are planning to buy, especially if you're ordering them online. One of the worst things that can happen is finding out your new sofa will not make it into your home. Measure the path to your space, your furniture's dimensions, and its surrounding space as many times as possible.
Number 8.
Home decor style is not a theme. Themes are for birthday parties and kids' rooms. Your home decor should have a defined style that is unique to you and your personality. That style could mean a few different styles were mixed to get that look. That's why you should never think of your decor in terms of a theme. Decorating style and a decorating theme are not interchangeable. There's a difference between visual looks and aesthetics. You can try building a story from a cheesy theme to a rich decorating style. The trick is to stop being too literal using themes, and that's when style elements will come to life. If you're not sure what style of decoration to pick, you can always browse through magazines, find inspiration on Pinterest, or take an online quiz to help you decide. Remember, style is something you build, not something you choose.
Number 7.
Over-accessorizing. Accessories add the final touch to your room and make it look complete and welcoming. It's a significant step in home decoration and shouldn't be skipped or done without planning. The majority of people don't know quite exactly how to accessorize. Accessories can make the room look unimpressive. Try to avoid unnecessary clutter if you don't want to achieve a feeling of overwhelming mess. Stop sticking ornaments and decorations onto every shelf and cabinet. You need to leave some space for practical purposes. If you have decorations from your old dorm room, such as posters, lamps, and pillows, maybe it's time to ditch those in favor of a new and modern, grown-up looking decor. Use items of different shapes and sizes and place them in an asymmetrical arrangement. They'll work great together. When choosing accessories, think about the mood you want to present. Consider how you want the room to feel. Think of a design concept and plan ahead. Use a layering technique and try placing elements from the inside out. That final layer of accessorizing is where your personality and design style show. You can do a lot of creative work with choosing the right colors, setting up wall art, choosing good lighting, and adding accents to your floors.
Number 6.
Not enough variety. Harmony in home decor is the sense that all of the elements of your design fit perfectly together. They may fit the same theme, aesthetic style, or mood. If you apply unity as a second principle, referring to the repetition of some elements throughout your home design, you'll get a sense of cohesion in your space. But you need to be careful and avoid sticking to one unified aesthetic in a home decor if you don't want your rooms looking plain and boring. An easy thing to do if you want to avoid the lack of variation is to try not to match every color in your room. You should also never use the same pattern or texture to create a common thread. Consider incorporating a variety of textures. It will make the space feel less one-note and basic, and it will add more layers. You can add variations in shape by adding classic decor elements to your repertoire. Just make sure you don't go overboard with too many at once.
Number 5.
Using the wrong colors together. You should never paint your walls first and then try adding some furnishing, decoration, and fabrics that coordinate with that color. Try to start with the items that occupy a room, something like a sofa or a rug, and then pick a paint color that works with them. When choosing your two-color scheme, you can end up easily turning your color combination into a color competition. Try not to use an equal amount of hues in the room. Allow one to be the dominant hue in the space, and use the other color to add accent details. Being too matchy-matchy with your color palette can be fixed by adding in a handful of elements in a different color spread around the home. They'll fill out the space with more life. A great tip is to choose fabric first and take a sample with you to the paint store and other furniture stores. That way, you can ensure that your colors will match perfectly.
Number 4.
Buying the wrong plant. Do your research before deciding what new plant to buy for your home. Always look for size and growth information from sources in your region. You may be eager to plant a tree, but that tree in the future may block the view from your kitchen window. Look around your home, and if it seems to be lacking a certain something, try adding some green. Try with succulents, ferns, or simple bouquets. You can even add faux flowers and plants. We advocate greenery in every style of room decor, as they add lush and unique textures, as well as a breath of fresh air.
Number 3.
Hanging your curtains too low. If you ever asked what the right fitting is for your curtains, remember that they should work well and look smart. When asking how high you should put the pole or track, try to imagine how the curtains will hang. For example, if curtains hang from tab tops, rings and clips will be suspended just below the pole, and if curtains hang from a track, they will have fabric protruding above the track itself. Buy a bit longer curtains, as you can always have them hemmed if they lay on the floor, but it's harder to fix them if they fall short. Panels should be hung much higher than the top of your window casing. In most cases, as close to the ceiling as possible. This will make your room feel and look bigger, which is an important factor in smaller spaces.
Number 2.
Wrongly done budgeting. People often start with their DIYs without taking into account all the expenses. Planning and going through the entire project should give you an estimated cost of the project. Creating a budget for a project you've never done is quite challenging. Sticking to a planned budget is an even bigger challenge. Decide on how much you can afford to spend. Set aside a percentage before you begin with your project, so you know you'll have the funds to finish the DIY project as you've planned. Remember that usually the final cost is bigger than originally projected. If you're looking to save money, one of the most effective ways is renovating or using recycled materials to give one of your rooms a new look.
Number 1.
Underestimating the size of a DIY task. Every DIY project starts with a ton of enthusiasm and willingness to finish the task. Think before you start if you are biting off more than you can chew. If you don't have a trained eye to see the true size of a project, you may have to hire professional help. Don't wait until it's too late to call for expert help. If you think your project is a bit more complicated, then it's best to get in touch with professionals for advice. Just make sure you don't waste money on doing it all by yourself. We've touched on some of the most common DIY mistakes and how to fix them. If you follow our top 10 tips, it will result in a more polished looking home and an inviting space where you'd love to spend time. The best thing is that it doesn't even take that much work to achieve it. Tell us what your thoughts are on these home DIY mistakes on the comment section below. We would love to know what are your worst DIY mistakes and how you managed to fix them. And remember, if you want a chance to win a new iPhone, all you need to do is subscribe to our channel. Just show us some love by clicking that subscribe button, and you'll be on your way to owning a brand new iPhone.